The biggest cause of arthritis, be it gout, be it rheumatoid, be it osteoarthritis, is how inflamed your gut is. The problem starts with your gut. It does not start with your bones. Neither does it start with your joints. Neither does it start with your muscles. It starts with your stomach. How acidic your stomach is. Your stomach needs to be in between acidic and alkaline. One of the things I've observed, there are some families who will tell me it runs in our family.
Yes.
I don't think there is a disease that runs in the family.
Even cancer?
I believe it is the attitude, the behavior, the way of life, and how we perceive and how we solve problems. Then genetics play this small role. If you need the intense colon cleanse, you can take a tablespoon, but with caution, a tablespoon of Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate. But please, when you're taking that tablespoon of pink Himalayan or Epsom salt, don't be very far from the toilet. I don't want someone to take when they're in the Uber and they start diarrheaing there and then. So the two will make you diarrhea. The diarrhea, okay, magnesium sulfate, the same way it softens the muscles, it will go into your stomach, soften the stool, and remove it as water. Imagine the magic.
A very good morning to you and a warm welcome to LNS Rebuilding Series. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Our health resident coach is in the building, and today we are going to talk about arthritis. I know it's a topic you hear around. Someone says niko na arthritis, ni kama niko na arthritis, but what actually is arthritis and what natural remedies can we be able to use so that to see struggle sana? And I'm loving these conversations with Carol. I love the support that you guys are giving her. I love the feedback, because if there's one thing Carol is going to do, she's going to talk, she's going to be honest about it, and she's going to give you a solution to whatever you are suffering from. I'm about to let her introduce herself so that we can be able to talk more about this conversation. But before I do that, I want to say thank you so much to our amazing partners at Kings Developers Limited and Maridadi for coming through for this episode. And guys, we've been on a journey with Kings Developers Limited, and now I know you know where to go get your apartment. And I say don't worry about price, because they do take good care of you. They have affordable housing, medium range and upper apartments zenye nyinyi munaeza enda mnunue. Walk to their magnificent building in Prism Towers, a 5th floor, or call them. The numbers are on your screen, and tell them, Kings, I'm looking into getting an apartment. What do you have for me? Keep supporting them and keep giving me that feedback. And of course, Eric and Tim, sijui kama Eric amerudi kutoka majuu, but he has been having an amazing time in the US. And I love that even guys in diaspora are now recognizing Maridadi. Guys, continue importing your SUVs, continue importing your cars with Maridadi. Talk to Sir Eric's team and tell them, what car do you have that matches my confidence? Again, flexible payment plans. And if you're not looking into buying a car, why don't you try their car wash, where you can also be able to take your duvet and carpets. And also remember, they have an investment plan for you. Talk to them or go enroll in a driving school so that you can be able, jipatie hizi manifestation. Yeah, so talk to my people at Maridadi. And of course, I'm happy when I see our partners win. And as you said, I keep saying it takes a lot for me to break black. And if I show up on this show, if I'm not wearing black, it's because this beautiful thrift dress by Zizi by Design makes me really happy. Clothes don't have to be expensive. You can actually rock clothes for an affordable price. So this one, I got it at 1,500. Take a look at their page and ask Zawadi, what do you have for me that fits me? Or actually just take a look at their page. And lastly, to say thank you to you guys for making sure you have subscribed while watching this. If you have not, takes an entire community, 1 million subscribers. Here we come. And also now we are about to do something real quick. take your notebook and a pen. And as you know by now, we have LNN custom-made notebooks and pens. You can order them. The details are on your screen so that we can be able to write what we learn down. And now, of course, without further ado, please allow me to let Auntie wa Mautamu, the one and only namesake, Nyambura with information and an attitude, present. Introduce herself. What's up? Chanione sheng yako imefika aje, uko aje?
By this is
Hi, Carol. How are you?
Kikuyu
Yes.
and, yes,
Sana
I'm very
there.
well.
No, sana,
Yes.
sana.
I'm a village girl, by the way.
Yes.
So Sheng was used to, I used to hear people talk. So me, I'm learning. I'm learning. But niko salama
Loving
kabisa
your
kabisa.
dress.
Thank you.
Looking
Thank you.
You know, they say not amazing. Looking amazing balls.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you
Karibu
very
sana.
much, Asante.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure to come here. It gives me the vibes, the energy around here is
Yes,
really good.
energy crazy.
Thank you so much for the support.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making me a serious teacher. I never took myself like a very serious teacher, but
Yeah.
I'm learning that I'm a teacher.
Okay.
It also keeps me, challenges me to keep researching so that I can provide more information. I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy it to the fullest.
Good.
Yes.
And you know, me having you here is because of the feedback I get
Yes.
from our audience. We were
Yes.
just talking about a comment someone had left. Lynn, when Caro is doing this show, remember to tell your audience she's not a doctor.
I
This and
always
this.
say that.
And I'm like,
Yes.
you are our natural doctor,
Yes.
which is really amazing.
You remember even the first show you actually asked me,
Yes.
don't you face problems with the pharmaceuticals and the doctors? And I answered that question. So it's not like it's not I'm here claiming to be a doctor. I'm here to be natural doctor.
Yes.
My name is Caro, your health coach, or Tata wa Mulio. Karibu sana. Welcome. Thank you so much for the support, for the love, for the comments, for the questions, for the inquiries, and finally making my Instagram make sense. My Instagram was not running until I came here. I'm learning how to use Instagram because of our audience.
Good.
And Caro, your health coach, I am a naturopathic health coach. I look at the natural resources that we have and how we can use them to prevent and heal diseases. Under a company called Rejuvenating Nature's Beam, and I have a school called Rejuvenating Nature's Beam School, R&B School, where I teach these things on how to live a naturopathy lifestyle. And I am on a mission of recruiting healthy life ambassadors who live and walk the talk that we have.
Good.
I also run a center for a care and rest center for caregivers. It's called Healing Rain, an oasis of hope for caregivers. And I'm also a philanthropist through a non-profit for cancer patients, having been a cancer survivor, called Held Sister Foundation.
Beautiful.
And I am the resident health coach at LNN.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, makes me really happy. And I love that every time we connect, it's always one topic after the other, one beautiful topic after the other.
Yes.
I'm really interested in this conversation because I feel for me, there's always that something in our family where you have like joint pains, right? So you utasikia watu wa huko ni miguu ina you know the legs the legs got a pain. And sometimes I think it worried me so much I even started asking myself, wait a minute, do I come from a generation where we have arthritis or arthritis genetics? You get what I'm saying? So I love that we are going to talk to this because I know we will also be catering to a specific set of audience in our platform. But why is a conversation on arthritis important?
One is because it is something that I've watched so many people think it is a disease that must happen when someone is old, which is a lie. Not everyone will get it. It is also it's a lifestyle disease more than it is something that is as a result of the wear and tear of life. That's the point. It's a result of wear and tear of life that accumulates and becomes arthritis, and that is why quite a number of many people think that arthritis is for the elderly. However, there are different types of arthritis, and it can affect. There's like rheumatoid arthritis can affect anyone at any time, any day, anyhow, anyway, because it's an autoimmune disease differently. It is also important because we carry ourselves with our legs and our joints and our bodies. And when our joints and bones are not strong enough, we will not be able to survive. So this is a conversation that also has really risen around. I've seen the numbers really increase, especially in Central region and in some different other regions. The numbers have really gone high as to the reports, the cases that we are getting of arthritis. So it is one of those non-communicable diseases that we cannot avoid talking about, as we are talking about diabetes, hypertension, arthritis, cancer, cardiovascular issues. This is something we cannot ignore. Yes, this is something we cannot ignore. And why I'm passionate about talking about it is because we can prevent it and we can even manage it. But we only talk about it when it's too late and there's nothing much I can do. It breaks my heart every time when a family brings me an elderly man or woman when they can't even walk and there's nothing I can do other than managing that pain. It breaks my heart.
So just to demystify, arthritis is not just a disease of the old.
No.
So can it, a young person, what age are we talking about that you are likely to experience arthritis? Or maybe before we go there, could you define to us what arthritis is?
So for me, I really try to use the most minimal language without many terms. And I will say this happens when there is high inflammation in the joints, in the muscles, but also there's a type of arthritis called rheumatoid arthritis. It can happen anywhere. It is the one that causes the crooked joints, that the joints will start changing their shape. And rheumatoid arthritis, you can get even a child because it is an autoimmune. What is autoimmune? Autoimmune is when the immune system starts fighting its own, like yenyewe kwa yenyewe. Autoimmune, it can get any time, any day, and but it is triggered by several things that we will look at. However, there is this other arthritis, osteoarthritis, the one that is mostly related to the older people because it has more to do with wear and tear. Then we have another, I'll not call it mini, but it is also a part of arthritis called the gout, which affects men so much. The men are so affected, and it's one of those things that cause so much pain, that men are in so much pain. And so we are going to look at the gout and what happens. Maybe if I explain is that we have different joints. We have so many joints in our bodies. Imagine all the joints that we have. And in between those joints, we have so many things happening. We have nerves, we have ligaments, we have tissues, we have muscles, we have the synovial glands, we have the synovial fluid, all these things. And then in between, we have cartilage. Before, the bones, the way we were created by God, bones were not supposed to touch with bones. If they touch, it's so much pain. That is when now someone cannot walk. Before that, bones were able to touch each other. There's synovial fluid to help with, the way you are walking and the joints are able to do like this. There are those people who walk and they are ringing bells because as time goes by, we are wearing and tearing, and also because we are not also refilling the amount of nutrients that our body needs. So remember, every mtungi you ever carried on your back, it has an effect at some point in life. Why the osteoarthritis affects mostly the older men and women is because when they were younger and they were able to be energetic like we are, they were not doing anything because they didn't feel any pain. They didn't feel anything, so you didn't see the sense of keeping and refilling all these minerals that your body needs. And then when you get old, you get symptoms like numbness, like masindano. I don't know how to say it in English. What do you say?
Muscle pulse?
No. It's like they'll tell you like it's someone who is pricking them with needles.
Needles and pins.
Yes, those ones. They at some point, someone will tell you that they used to feel very cold. The hands would freeze, or they will be hot, and then we ignore until it's too late. So arthritis starts, by the time we are calling it arthritis, it started so many years back, but we never noticed. It can affect anywhere. It can affect the joints on top. It can affect the joints, but mostly the common one is the one that they'll tell you it's the hip, the knees, the ankles, the hip joint, and the back. And then there are older people who'll tell you this is where the pain is coming from, but mostly the main joints. So we can start with, when God creates us, He gives us minerals, and most of them we borrow them from our mothers. When a mother is pregnant, they'll experience teeth problems because the children are borrowing the calcium. Calcium is one of the major minerals that gives the strength to the bones, among many other minerals. And so when a baby is born, we keep feeding them with the food that will help the body rebuild as we rebuild the immune system. And how the immune system is equipped by God, it can heal any disease that comes, any disease that attacks it. The immune system knows how to heal it. So as a baby, the immune system is still young. That is why we have to borrow some strength from our mother's milk. Then we have to feed food. When you are a bit older, the immune system gets strong. Why the youth feel like they are so energetic is because their immune system is not so compromised until they trigger it to compromise. And then in between, there are so many proteins that God has made us, like there's always production, like our bodies are always producing. But there's one protein that I'll talk about called collagen. And I know in the beauty industry, everyone is talking about collagen, but now I'll not talk about collagen in the beauty industry. I'll talk about it in regards to your bones. This is a protein that if you got a deficiency, you would not even sit the way you are seated, or you would not even walk. It is what holds you together. And naturally, your body knows how to make it. That is why when we are young, our skins, because it is responsible for a very firm, beautiful skin, maintaining healthy nails, healthy hair, healthy teeth and joints and bones, and also muscles. It is responsible for that. So when you're young, you're still using it. And then at some point, you stop making it and you start using what you have produced. At some point, it keeps going deep. It keeps depleting. It keeps depleting. And the more it depletes, the more you are experiencing joint pains and joint problems. So it is very important to start to refill, especially now. I remember the first show we did about menopause, I said a woman needs to keep refilling. It's a moment to reward yourself. After 35 and above, start now refilling. Because imagine at 55 how it will be if you stopped producing it at 25. And so it will have weaknesses and the bones will not have the strength that it gets. Sodium, we have unfortunately misused sodium in our table salts. Our table salt is iodized sodium, and we have taken too much of it. And we think we are looking for the problem where the problem is, yet it is right on our table. So sodium is the table. We need the sodium, but when it is in excess, it will not only cause bone problems, joint problems, it will also cause high blood pressure and all other problems. So we need to use that in moderation. Then in between your joints, there is water. People have refused to drink water. You must drink water. If you don't drink water, if you are dehydrated, your bones and your muscles will scream at you. You will have headaches. You will have problems. Okay, so you need to keep refilling your water. We talked about magnesium. Let's talk a bit about magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that helps your muscles relax. So the muscle pulls, these muscle pulls and all these other problems that are coming with the muscles that we are having is because most of us have a deficiency of magnesium.
Yes.
Then we also have a certain group that is depleting, that have a deficiency of a mineral, a very good mineral that helps heal arthritis, called vitamin B3. Yes. And this is why we are taking kombucha.
Good. Moratina, you mean?
Yes, kombucha is a probiotic. Not just kombucha, but you can also take sauerkraut. I've had this thing. I've been asked so many times that why is it that when I have arthritis, why do they tell me cabbage is good? Yes, cabbage is good. Cabbage is, that is something I need to tell you, yes. If you have arthritis, cabbage and pineapple are good because one, they will help against the inflammation. When you have arthritis, there is inflammation that is happening around a certain area, which is causing you the problem. So the inflammation is also caused by even our diet. We have talked about the kind of foods that we are eating. Most of our foods are processed. They are very high in estrogen. When they are high in estrogen, they are causing more inflammation. Most of the foods that we are feeding on are genetically modified foods, GMOs. when they have been sprayed chemicals and they have really pesticides and herbicides. This same estrogen synthetic is in the herbicides. I know sometimes people ask me, why are herbicides and pesticides bad? It's because of the component of what it is. And it is not just the synthetic estrogen, it comes with so many other challenges that are causing inflammation in our body. Maybe what I'm explaining is, why are we having a very high rise of arthritis now, and we didn't seem to have it earlier. We also are feeding too much starches. When you overfeed on the starches, when they go and they spike the insulin, they suppress the estrogen, the excess fats is produced and it is hidden in your body. If you have extra weight and the joints are inflamed at the knee level or the ankle, how will your feet be able to hold you? And one of the things I've observed, there are some families who will tell me it runs in our family.
Yes.
I don't think there's a disease that runs in the family.
Even cancer?
I believe it is the attitude, the behavior, the way of life, and how we perceive and how we solve problems. Then genetics play this small role. But as human beings, we always look for something to blame.
The easy way out. We
always look for the easiest person, the easiest thing to blame. So we say it runs in the family. For example, if, you've had, that family, they get angry so easily. And they say, I get angry like my grandmother. You have owned that anger and you will transfer it to the next generation. When we started these forums, I told you, most of the diseases we have today are not even physical. They have been caused by the unforgiveness we have in our hearts, the emotions, the burdens that we are carrying, the way we have refused to, the way we are defying nature. And nature is telling us, you guys, wake up, stop defying. Because maybe when we'll have a session for hormonal imbalance, we'll see how we are defying nature and why we are having so many hormonal imbalances. So for example, if we say it runs in our family, yet in your family, every meal must have potatoes, or your family, there's a meal that runs in the family, including my family. I've watched my mom grow up. But when we were growing up, my mom used to cook matoke, the bananas, because when they were growing up, they were very poor. They didn't have food. That was the only food. And so the way my grandmother used to bake, to roast for us, now my mom improved a bit and used to fry. And then when for her, she added some other things. Then when I grew up, I used to hate bananas. But when I became of age, I started missing my mom's bananas. So I started making mine. But I had to learn, what is it? Why should I take banana mixed with waru? Waru is potato mixed with, the way we do it, Kikuyus. We can do banana mixed with waru.
Even ndoma, you add there.
Mixed with ndoma. Those are 3 starches at the same time.
Then
so
add githeri also.
And add githeri. So the banana is not the problem. It is how much we are overusing it. So then I was like, wow, I need to break. I still love my bananas, like my mom, but I need to know, how can I add this? So I started adding some vegetables and maybe some kanyama there, so that it can be a whole meal. The other day, my daughter is 15. I asked her, what do you miss? Which meal do you miss most? And she told me, I miss Shosho's bananas. So it is not the bananas. It is something, it's a perception of the bananas that is running in the family. But until someone changes that, there are people who will tell me, but in our family, we are big. I'm just using that as an example. We are big. But if you look at the cravings of the foods, it runs the same way. So it is telling you there's something. The genetics play. I'm not defying that the genetics don't play. They do, but they're like this. They play a very small part. But for us, we don't want to own. None of us is willing to cut the cord. When I looked at the way we are raised, the way we are in my village, I know there's a family that loves insulting. They insult each other. So their children insult each other, their children insult each other, and they have so much burdens. So they have a similar disease running in the same family. That is why for me, I think it is not the disease that runs in the family. It's the attitude, it's the way of life, it's the emotions, the unforgiveness, all these things. So, and this is why we are having these conversations. Let's cut the code. Who is this who is brave enough to cut the code? If for example, arthritis runs in your family, why don't you change by reducing the amount of starches, by starting to improve, to add the collagen when you are younger instead of the wear and tear when you are older, drinking enough water, sleeping enough, doing some exercise, reducing the sugars, and then you see that arthritis, even if it finds you, it will find your body when it is strong enough. Am I making sense?
A lot of sense.
Yes. So it's time we stopped blaming the diseases and saying it's because of, I don't know, it's because when you look at rheumatoid arthritis, not all percentages, but rheumatoid arthritis are part of it. And not just rheumatoid, but almost all the autoimmune diseases, they have a correlation with stress. When someone, especially it's an adult, and they are affected by something autoimmune, if you ask them in all honesty, they'll tell you, at some point, I was so stressed, I didn't know how to handle it. So we are refusing to even face the stress and causing so many other problems. You've had some of the risk factors for diabetes, for hypertension, for cancer is what? Stress. But we don't want to talk about it. We want to look for something else to blame. We don't want to face the stress. And when we face it, we are facing it with kidogo, like we are just being
as a by the
way. Yes, as a by the way. So when you look at also something like rheumatoid arthritis, it is also caused by the side effect of some of the drugs that someone can be given. Like there are some drugs that you can be given, the side effects will give you the disease. Okay, so then we don't also want to talk about that. And when we talk about that, we are saying, oh no, we are just being, no. So until we go back, all the non-communicable diseases, when you look at the risk factors, almost all the risk factors, yes, the genetics, they are there, but they are small. But why don't we talk about these other things and now handle the genes after our immune system is strong enough? So arthritis, the biggest cause of arthritis, be it gout, be it rheumatoid, be it osteoarthritis, is how inflamed your gut is. The problem starts with your gut. It does not start with your bones. Neither does it start with your joints. Neither does it start with your muscles. It starts with your stomach. How acidic your stomach is. Your stomach needs to be in between acidic and alkaline. But the food that you're eating that are that are encouraging inflammation, they are encouraging not just the stomach, but all the other body parts to have the problems. Wow. So anyone who wants to sort out arthritis problems must start with the stomach. I'm doing the opposite because people think the problem is in the joints. Yes, it is there, but the biggest problem started in the stomach. This is why the first and the most sensible thing to start with is water. Alkaline. It is alkaline to help our bodies, because you cannot be suffering from arthritis and you are eating 4 meals a day. It is not, if you want to heal the inflammation, and the food that you're eating are even encouraging more inflammation. The second thing that you can do if you have arthritis, any form of arthritis, is encourage yourself to be fasting. I'm just giving you the things you don't need to buy from a shop. You have to fast. Doesn't have to be prolonged fasting, but when you fast, you give your body a chance to use what is there and also to renew the new cells. Anyone who knows what I'm talking about fasting, when you fast for a while, even your skin glows, you become younger. You look younger. People who have lived and defied age, they have chosen to fast.
That's why Dama is always fasting in this office.
Oh, she does. Yes, it gives a chance to your body to breathe and also to regenerate. That is the second thing. And I know they'll tell me, but I'm sick. How am I supposed to fast? You can fast. You can choose to skip. You can choose to take 1 meal. The other thing we do, we eat our dinner at what time?
9.
And then we sleep at what time?
10:02.
And then we eat a big dinner, and in the morning we didn't eat. Where are you taking the energy? Where are you taking the energy at night? And unfortunately, most of the people are not having sex, and sex is the thing that can help maybe reduce the energy. So you eat, and the moment you finish eating, you're like this. because the body is like, oh my God, I'm so tired, and they're forcing me to digest this food in the evening. I had a whole day to digest this food. Why are you doing this to me? So let us change and reverse this. Get in the morning when you wake up, eat whatever you feel like. Eat, because you will keep moving. Because the other thing that will help arthritis is the fourth one is moving. Even that person who is already in pain, you have to move. You have to move. It doesn't have to be very intense, but you have to move. Number 5, you need some good sleep. When you're sleeping, your immune system knows how to work. It's like the way you feel energized when you sleep. It's the same thing that your immune system feels like, oh yes, now I have the energy to do this. And you have to rest to give your immune system strength to be able to continue doing this. Number 6, when you have arthritis, or even before you get arthritis, you need collagen. So you need to refill your system with collagen. Before I learned, I've been learning so much about collagen. A lot. I love collagen because I have watched it change lives. In our community, after we slaughter a goat, where do we take the feet?
The mguu.
The madhagiro. It's given to the boys.
Yes.
After we slaughter a chicken, where do we throw the feet? Makanyangio.
Some throw away.
Doggy. Those are the best sources of collagen. Yes. When you have a grass-fed chicken, the feet that look like this, they are very rich in collagen. The one we throw away. The madhagiro, we call them the lower part of the goat, the cow, that is rich, but we don't use it. That is now for someone who eats meat. There are people who will tell me, but I'm a vegetarian. Yes. Where do I get it? We have different vegetables that have a collagen. When I learned about bamboo, I was in shock. I was traumatized. And then I started doing my research. Why is it that the Asian community, and whenever you have a chance, just go to online and see. Do you know they even go to the forest, get the bamboo shoots, and they eat it like a sugar cane. And yet, when you come here and you research, you are told, please don't eat bamboo. It has silicone. It is true, it has silicone. But if you harvest it when it is sprouts, it is not in the highest amount, but it has collagen. Look at their skins from the Asian community. They just look, Philippines, Japanese, Asians, their skin looks something that we could not explain.
Like silk.
Yes, So bamboo here, we are busy making vikapus with the bamboo. So now I have learned that I can harvest there are parts of bamboo that I can harvest and get the collagen that I need. And there are so many other plants that can give you collagen. Okay, so it is very important.
What other plant apart from bamboo?
For me, for now, I am using bamboo. Forgetting this other one. It is a wild plant. It looks like wild berries. It looks like a pawpaw. But not a pawpaw, but it's wild. I'm sure if I showed, I'll look for the photo. Look for the photo. I can't remember the name, but it has collagen. And so then when we are refilling the collagen, when we are young, where we are, me and you, and we have our own money, we'll buy the beauty products with collagen, but we'll not drink the collagen. So then how will our bones? So we are only caring for the skin. And then we forget that in a few years, our bones will be cracking. So why don't we intake the collagen and also apply? Now there's another catch. Collagen, for your body to be able to absorb properly, it needs vitamin C. You don't just take it. It needs high amounts of vitamin C. So someone could be taking all the collagen, but without the vitamin C, they are doing what?
Nothing.
Zero work. Information is power.
Combine it. So like the bamboo, you combine with what?
Even sea moss has collagen. Spirulina, the seaweeds also have collagen. Yes, those are the other things I've just remembered. Thank you, God. Spirulina, the algae, they have collagen. So you combine with, for me, I combine with baobab fruit powder. You can combine with what is it called? Purple tea, hibiscus tea. What else? Which one is blueberries, blackberries, black currant fruits. The pineapple is also vitamin C. You know, the things that will give you vitamin C. You can squeeze a juice, put collagen there, and drink. Yes.
Good.
So that is something you need to refill. Potassium. If someone has already, you have the arthritis, you're in pain, you start reducing the amount of potassium that you have. And the more the potassium goes down, the lower the cortisol level goes down, the more the pain that they feel. So when I meet someone who has arthritis and they're in so much pain, the first thing I do is I refill the collagen. I help them with omega-3, 6, and 9. I'll explain why. And then I add the potassium. Potassium, it is in raw bananas. Raw bananas are rich in potassium. Cactus. No cactus.
The miba.
That's a vegetable. That's a vegetable, darling.
Nikule muiba?
Yes.
Aje sasa.
You need to come to R&B school then and see these things.
Like, do I see a guide?
You just peel and you eat. It's a vegetable. And when you're eating, it has something slimy.
Yeah.
Then there's another fruit called chayote. Chayote. We used to call it masusu or masasa.
Yes.
Maybe you can.
I'll put the photo.
Yes, we can do the photo. It is also rich in potassium. You can take that, and it's also wild and it looks bad. And in our village, we used to give it to the cows. So everything we used to give to the cows is what we're supposed to eat. We take the banana, we peel the outside, and we eat the inside. And the outside, if you boiled, the water is very rich. The outside is richer in potassium more than the inside.
Wow.
So if I find someone in pain, I first up the potassium. I also use pawpaw. This is pawpaw. These are pawpaw leaves. I use the leaves.
Nini? Mahuti
Yes, I also use the pawpaw leaves, and I can use the green pawpaw to cultivate the potassium. Or I will just reduce the amount of sodium. You remember I talked about sodium?
Yes.
When your body has high sodium, potassium has to come. They do this. Yeah. So I just reduce a bit the sodium, then the potassium comes up. It reduces the pain in the rheumatoid arthritis. Omega-3, 6, and 9 as well. I borrow that from black seed oil, chia seed oil, flaxseed oil.
This is the black
fish
seed oil we were talking earlier on for men.
Yes.
For Viagra.
Yes. Yes. It is an immune booster and it will be able to help with the inflammation. Yes, but you need omega, mostly 6 and 9. If again omega-3 goes up, it's a problem. But seeds, you're already in pain, you're already having arthritis. Seeds, black seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, they will be able to help ease. However, you who is not sick, me who is not sick, and you can also use cassava leaves. These are cassava, the leaves. Wow. I focus on leaves so much. I focus so much on leaves. So you who is not sick, start doing this before you get sick. Don't do this don't come to Caro because you are sick. Come because you want to prevent to be sick. So cassava leaves are all over. Maybe you even have them in your farm. And I've met so many people telling me they are poisonous. How do you eat the roots and you can't eat the leaves? The leaves. How? See, the leaves fed the root for it to be that way. So those are myths that we need to keep demystifying. So you who is not sick and you want to prevent, drink water, sleep, eat probiotics. Probiotics is a good bacteria. It is supplying good bacteria for the good bacteria in your gut. And then the bad bacteria it kills, because we have said all the inflammation comes from the stomach. Gut. So start with probiotics. You can do kombucha. You can do tepache. Tepache is where we ferment pineapple peels with cloves. I'll send you a photo. We have that. You can also ferment cabbage, ferment carrot, ferment kimchi and sauerkraut. They will help your body start cleaning. So the first thing when you have arthritis, the first things you should do is clean your stomach. Do a colon cleanse. Help the body clean the body. And then people ask me, Carol, why do you tell us 21 days off wheat, off dairy, off sugar, and off table salt? Because they encourage so much inflammation. And if you do it 21, we are told human beings take 21 days to change a habit. If you keep eating sugar, you will keep craving for more. The day you stop sugar, you will not crave for sugar.
I love that.
yes,
I'm in that
you
process.
yes, you will not crave for sugar.
Thanks to you though.
Thank God. So when you reduce the remember this person who has arthritis already is so inflamed. So if you reduce these things for 21 days, you reduce the inflammation. The problem I have is I'll tell you these secrets. You go and do it after 21 days, no pain, you feel good, you go back to the same lifestyle. This is a lifestyle disease. Lifestyle diseases means you have to do a 360 turnaround. Higher. Now, gout. Let's talk a bit about gout. Gout affects men on the big
Carol,
toe.
before
Yes.
we move to gout,
Yes.
can I ask something on the
please.
stomach?
Yes.
I remember the first time you gave me kombucha, I onjad. Like now this one we are taking
Yes.
is what would be in Kikuyu be called Moratina,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I remember the first time I drank like this. I was like, Carol, why are you giving me this thing? It will give me heartburn.
Burn, yes.
You remember? Because and then heartburn is an issue. I know a lot of people.
Yes. So many
who
people have
struggle,
written that you helped Lynn, so now help me.
who deal with heartburn.
Yes.
So I asked you, but Carol, this thing will just give me heartburn.
Yes.
But you told me, Sijui, no, Lynn, this is a probiotic.
Yes.
Sijui, could you explain so
Okay.
that, because we did that off camera, explain to my people with heartburn so
yes.
that they know.
Okay.
And also why you asked me what I take for it. I won't mention the name because I don't want to damage anyone's business. And I told you this is what I take.
Yes.
And you told me, because instantly it
will
relieves
just
me
relieve.
of heartburn. But you
you'll
told
still
me,
go back to the
no,
same.
don't do it.
Yes.
So could you take me through that for my
Okay.
people?
So heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, acidity, headaches, stomach aches. They are not a numbness, cold, feet, all those things. They are not diseases. They are symptoms. So whenever you have a heartburn, it is a symptom that something is not happening right in your gut. It is a symptom that something needs to be done. It's a symptom that there is an imbalance of the bacteria. Because remember we said, if you study the human digestive system, it is highly populated with good and bad bacteria, starting with your mouth, going down. And that explains why if you clean your stomach, your skin changes, your hair grows, your nails grows, because these are the good bacteria and the bad bacteria that help us with the digestion of our foods. At the same time, we have gifts that God has given us, something like the bile that releases that bitter thing, the acid. Our stomach is very acidic, but the right amount of acidity that will not damage. God knows how to put the thin walls. He knows how to put the mucus and all these things. So if there is an imbalance, you will experience acidity, you will experience heartburn. But if you get used to taking the anti-acid, you take once, you take twice, you keep telling your stomach, this acid you are releasing is not important. At some point, they will see, okay, fine, even if we do this, like literally you are crippling your natural process in your stomach. Number two, why you thought kombucha would give you a heartburn is because anyone who is struggling with heartburn, they have a trigger. And they will tell you, I can know when the heartburn is coming.
Hey, that's so me.
Yes, you will.
Mi ujua vitu zitanipea heartburn.
Yes.
Kwanza there's one spice,
Yes.
also I don't want to mention, locally used by so many people. It's like mchuzi something. I eat that.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I can.
Yes. Yes, and because it is tampering with the good and the bad bacteria in your stomach, and also because your stomach is chafu. I think I don't want to say chafu in a like garbage, but it has
so many things.
Too many things. And remember, we are not like cows. The cow's intestines are just like, for us, we have small intestines. There's so much congestion. So the remedy for heartburn should be something that will help balance. Probiotic, you can take fermented kombucha, fermented tepache, fermented, something fermented is the answer. Yet when you take the first thing, when I tell people take fermented uji, they tell me, it gives me heartburn. It will give you heartburn the first time, the second time, the third time, it will not give you heartburn. Kombucha is now better and stronger. That is why when you took it, the heartburn did not show up immediately. But later, I'm sure you almost felt it.
Yes.
Then I gave you baobab fruit powder, and I can give you chamomile to help soothe slowly, to help the body go back to the normal. So probiotic is a fermented product, and you can ferment almost literally everything. to provide the good bacteria. Like this one, it also has a smell.
Yes.
A smell of fermentation. And if you look at it, you'll think it is dirty because it has something, a SCOBY. It is a combination of good bacteria. And so you just feed it with sugar. So for me, I feed it with sugarcane juice. And then you cover it and you leave it for several days. Whatever they feed, whatever the good and the bad, the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, it's a good bacteria, the SCOBY feeds on, it gives you it. I don't want anyone to feel bad, but I always feel it is the byproduct of what the SCOBY has given you after it has eaten sugar. So that is the one that will help you balance the gut. So any gut problem that you have, be it you want to lose weight, you want to add weight, you want to heal whatever, you need something fermented in the right quantities, and then it will be able to heal. There are people who tell me, I have acidity, I cannot take pepper. The problem is, on your mouth, the pepper is very hot. And you think that it is going to burn the same way. Yes, if you have a wound, it will burn. Yes, if you take it on an empty stomach, it will burn because the stomach is already destabilized. However, the pepper itself does not. It is not. That type of acid here is not as bad. But what you taste as lemon tastes, but when it gets to your stomach, it's a good thing.
Yes.
When you taste nyama, it is yummy. When it gets to your stomach, it breaks down. It gives you uric acid. Uric acid is not bad. When you take in excess, uric acid starts looking for where to go because it comes out through sweat and urine. When it doesn't have where to go, it hides on the joints. And uric acid, how it is created, it looks like this. Like there is no side that is not fun. It is, if you look at it under a microscope, it has sharp ends everywhere. Imagine if it is hiding here and it's too much, it will start inflaming this place, and then you will start feeling pain. If you don't remove this uric acid, you will keep having pain. And that is why men scream, because they are used to nyama choma, and then they ate with ugali and kachumbari, and after that they drank alcohol. So the uric acid is finding for places to stay, and mostly it loves staying on the bigger thumb and the ankle. So this man, when he has that problem, what is the first reaction? It should be drink water so that you can pee.
But why?
Drink water so that you can sweat. Move a bit so that the inflammation can reduce. Then reduce the excess intake of the animal products so that the uric acid can go down. Drink some purple tea and then wait for it to go down. The same way you took time to swallow, the same way you have to allow it to come out.
Oh, hakuna cha rahisi. No, but we are talking about drinking water. I'm not struggling with heartburn right now, thanks to you,
thank God.
of course, and drinking a lot of water, of course. But I remember when I used to have heartburn, poleni tudogi tumeamka, my people. When I used to have heartburn, then I drink water, it escalates instead of de-escalate.
Yes. This is alkaline. You've put it. Okay, when you're having heartburn already, there is a destabilization of the acidity and the production of gases inside your stomach, and the water is not strong enough to calm it down. The water is not strong enough to calm it down. Just like, but if someone tries bicarbonate of soda, it is strong enough to go and calm down. Baobab fruit powder, it also is. So it depends on the pH. You see, we are literally talking about the chemistry we were taught that we were not paying attention. This is when it is making sense.
Nilikuwa na hii kem wacha. Ndio nilikuwa tunaulizia watu wangu.
So now kama ulikuwa na uric acid looks like a crystal. Yenye tulikuwa tunaona inakaa, that is exactly how it looks, and then it hides here. So this one is not, at that moment when it is heated, it's not strong enough. But when you take this probiotic, it will be able to slowly calm it down.
So why do people say...
But you don't take one day alafu uachane.
So why do people say Muratina is alcoholic?
It is even this, everything fermented.
But it's a medicine also.
It's only that it is
if you take it over, or it's over fermented.
Yes, that is where you get a high. So this one you won't get a high.
No, of course.
Even fermented cabbage is alcohol. It has some bit of alcohol, but small amount, very small. Anything fermented, it needs that, it produces that alcohol. That is why everything fermented smells
nice.
Smells.
Me, I love the
smells.
Me, I love it.
Even wine is fermented, so it is just that.
So even wine does not give you heartburn, but people say taking wine gives you heartburn.
Because one, how we take it. We are taking it as we are eating. We are. I love the Italians, the ones that eat with just a glass. Hey, Sissy, you give us a glass, you are messing us up, but now we need a bottle.
Hey,
We don't want a glass because we're like, mi haunionjeshi. Mi kitu ni ya kukunywa.
Halafu, you know, for them, their glass is like this and they pour until here.
Hey, sisi kwetu ni madharau
hiyo.
Ai
bana, pia unanipoa hiyo kako kadogo kananisaidia. Just uninyime tu.
So you can, even water. Water does not cause heartburn. But if you are eating as you drink, it will cause you heartburn. You're mixing fluids and you should take water after or before
you eat.
But not together. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Let's go to the other one.
The gout for the men. So there is no shortcut. Yes, you'll take the medication to ease the inflammation and all these things. But if you don't want to continue living in that lifestyle, you have to change that lifestyle. If you don't want to fully depend on the medication forever, because the medication are good, and I as I always tell you, is medication is meant to be like a stone. When you are driving on the road and you get a puncture, you put or not even just a stone, you can use that thing that we use. It's called a what? You come and lift the car and you help change the wheel, but then you take it back to the boot. You don't drive the car when you still have that wheel something. So medication was meant to come and relieve, and then you go on and live. Actually, there's a doctor, I can't remember from where, one of our fathers of naturopathy, and most of the fathers and mothers of naturopathy were medical doctors. And the most recent in the fathers and mothers of naturopathy of our recent times is like Dr. Andrew Wales. He has written several books on spontaneous happiness, on mental health and naturopathy. Dr. Lisa Mosconi, she has written so much on the brain food. There's a book called The Brain Food. There's another doctor who had cancer and she got well and she moved now to naturopathy. So it doesn't mean that because I'm in naturopathy, I don't like what doctors do. No, I have no problem. The problem is we want to depend on, we are lazy. We are lazy. We have become lazy. We only want medication that we can swallow. Someone asked me, why should I swallow a whole cup of kombucha instead of 2 tablets? We want the shortcut generation. So if you want to reverse arthritis, unfortunately, when it is at a later stage, I'm not able to reverse it. But when you come to me when it is early stages, I'll provide you with omega, I'll provide you with calcium and potassium. Like this is blackstrap molasses.
This one here?
Yes. Blackstrap molasses has potassium, calcium, all these things. And it is able to help the body with different things. It's also very rich in iron. So it is a better form of sugar. Yes.
So this blackstrap molasses in is kariguru.
So exactly, yes, it's an unprocessed sugar cane.
But skariguru kwani umekiwa aje?
Sijui venye wana makingi.
Ni skariguru.
Okay, I don't know.
Ni si ndio hii blackstrap ni skariguru.
Yes. So unapata God has given us all these things and we just need to know when and how to use them. So if you come to me and the first symptoms, let's look at some of the symptoms you can get when you have arthritis, whichever form. There are people who will tell you, I started feeling numb. I'm feeling numb and I don't know why. Then it disappears. Then someone else will tell you, I'm feeling hot, and then it disappears. And it can be on the feet and the hands. Then the next minute, I'm feeling my joints making Then the others will tell you now it's pain. Before it becomes full-blown arthritis, it was just your body telling you, boss, there's too much inflammation, stop inflaming me. So there was no swelling. When the body realizes that you're not getting it, it starts swelling to tell you, boss, please stop giving me these things that you're giving me, or give me attention. After it swells and you're not feeling, it gets now hot or painful. For you to take notice of what is happening. That is when we are saying, hey, this one we need to take to hospital. Maybe most people will take a painkiller. After that, then it will start feeding. It will start eating. The synovial fluid will be over. The cartridges will start touching. But we are still not going to hospital, you're not getting any attention. Someone who is going for the knee or hip replacement, it is the bone that is touching the bone, and it is so painful. So painful. So that by that time, there is nothing much we can do. We just have to do that surgery. So instead of waiting until we get there, and this is tear and wear, mostly by the time someone is getting there is a tear and wear. We are just like cars. If we are very faithful, we never miss we never miss taking our cars to the service. Our bodies are like that. They also need service. We need service. So right, say in a year, I will be doing service. I will give collagen, 250 grams. I will take calcium. I'll take vitamin. I'll nourish my body just like you do to your car. If we are faithful enough to even repaint our houses, why don't we do that to our bodies? So arthritis, gout, rheumatoid arthritis is more complicated because it is an autoimmune disease. We first need to know where it came from, how it came to be, and also autoimmune is when there are so many things inside that are fighting within themselves. However, I have watched people reverse rheumatoid arthritis with diet, with psychological support, and being able to accept and to move to do the physical activity. It takes longer to heal rheumatoid arthritis than it takes longer to heal the osteoarthritis. Most women after menopause, they are told, or during menopause, they are told they have the signs of osteoarthritis. It is very common because calcium is going down, the deficiency of all the things that we talked about. Not always you should start on medication. Instead, ask yourself, is there anything I can do to reverse fast? And then if I can't do anything, as a doctor who is watching us, and I know I have adorable, amazing doctors who I work with, who will tell you, you don't need medication. First, go and try a lifestyle, and then medication was supposed to be the last resort. So for that doctor who is be honest with the patient and tell them, where we are, it's not as bad. And now there's some of the few home remedies you can do when you're in pain. When you're in so much pain, the joints are in so much pain. You see Irish potato, waru, and you wash it, and you grate it, and then you press either the muscles and you can mix with ginger yenyewe, just as the root, you grate and you massage. If the joints are in so much pain, apply black seed oil direct. Applying, not drinking. Of course, this one you'll drink to give the omega, but apply, massage, drink water. If it's the heat, there are people who will tell you, my hands are hot. Do the thing that our mothers used to do with us when we had fever. If it's hot, you take a cold towel and you cold press. If it is cold, you hot press. Hot one. Yes. If you are there and you're in pain and you're in somewhere where there is ice, take a leap of faith and just believe in me and walk outside and step on that ice just for 2 minutes, barefoot. Then go back to the house and keep yourself warm. Because also we need to help the lymphatic system to work. Someday I'll teach you about the lymphatic system and how important it is and how we ignore it, and how the only way we can help to heal cysts in our bodies and tonsils is helping our lymphatic system.
What is it with the waru? Because I think I read somewhere, if you have acne,
you can
take waru, the cover, not the waru.
Or the cover.
Ukionora, when you peel,
like
the peel thing, that thing, then rub it on. What's in waru?
It has some, even when you have, you can make a juice out of it, and it will be, you can drink the juice.
Blend waru?
Yes.
So, Caro, how do we add taste to these things? Because now some of them are just
Everything
tasteless.
that is tasteful on your mouth, it is dangerous for your stomach. So you just take it. You can add an orange or something. Even cabbage. People who want to lose weight, they squeeze cabbage in the morning and they drink it on an empty stomach. It has the soothing chemicals for the heat. For the inflammation, it is soothing. It is very cold in a way, and then also it has the chemicals that will help rebuild the skin, rebuild the body, the especially acne. It helps with rebuilding the skin.
Okay. When you notice you have arthritis, is it okay to work out, gym, do the squats?
That is also another risk factor. Thank you so much for bringing that up, because I'm currently treating quite a number of people who got arthritis from the gym. Why? They used the wrong shoes. They overworked their joints. We have said it is wear and tear. You overdid. So when you're going to that gym, make sure your shoes are in the right. Like they are called what?
Walking
Trainers.
trainers.
Make sure they are trainers. Number 2, when
by the Decathlon, it's not an ad, but Decathlon, they have really nice things, and also very affordable. The trainers.
Yes, make sure you are wearing trainers. Don't go and believe that strong, and you think you are strong and you keep doing and overdoing. I am treating so
Kipchoge.
Even Kipchoge has been trained for so many years for him to be like that.
And the shoes.
Take care, yes, the shoes. Take care of your back. Posture, even the way we are sitting. These couches we have at home, we sit like this. We will be treating so many cases of those problems. The posture, the sleeping, we are sleeping like I don't know how. And our beautiful phones and our beautiful laptops.
Like this.
Yes, we will have all these problems. So gym, you have, thank you for reminding me, because again, if you go to the gym and you don't refill the collagen and you don't refill the water, the tear and wear is increased. And then I've watched people who go to the gym and then they overdo with protein shakes. Protein shakes, most of them are synthetic, but if you can do a protein shake that is natural, the better. Because we need to rebuild the muscles. If you look at this, some of the roles of collagen.
Better skin, healthy hair, less joint pain, stronger nails, muscle recovery.
Yes. So that is the role. Even if it's not this collagen, whichever collagen you take, you need, when you go to the gym, you need to help the muscles recover. You need to help the joints recover. So don't just go blindly at it because people are going.
Now, like this one that is here, how do I take it? Do
it's
I pour
powder.
it?
You just put in hot
water?
It is odorless and tasteless. And
so
I
don't have to combine it with another product?
You combine with baobab fruit powder, the vitamin C.
The vitamin C, because I saw also on the comment section, someone asked, must I combine one with another?
Most of the time, you need each other. If you notice, when I'm talking about sodium, I'm talking about potassium.
Yes,
I'm talking about estrogen, I'm talking about progesterone.
Yes.
There's a way that they work together. However, not everything. There are some that your body can be able to absorb.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that we've also extensively covered heartburn. Because you'll hear someone say, me heartburn ilianza nikiwa mtoto.
Yeah, it's because also we have refused to give even our children these things. We want to give them tamu. And the tamus we have said are the foods that are causing inflammation. And if you want to help your child from the young age, teach them to drink water, teach them to take probiotics. Probiotics especially. Every child who is not breastfeeding. Please don't give them moratina.
Yes, please.
Introduce sauerkraut in your system. Actually, I admire our Hindi. Look at the diet of our Hindi. They always have something fermented by the side of on the side of the plate. Always. They always have something.
Even their bread is fermented.
Yes. Wow. So we need to learn something from them.
For the babies, the 2 kids, what can you recommend?
Around which age?
Like for example, below 10.
Kombucha, tepache. Tepache is also really sweet.
Mtoto akikunywa moratina atazoea. They will forever
has no alcohol. By the kids that we have given, they keep saying, "Mommy, I want the juice." Even my nephews, they say anti-carros juice.
Yes,
they call it juice, which is okay. So this one is not the acid. It is the alcohol will not take them high. Give them fermented uchi. Allow them to be taking probiotics. Like introduce it as early as enough.
Or feed them naan.
Yes, naan.
Naan is fermented. See, they were Hindi, they eat naan.
Okay.
So
okay, no. I need to think about it.
Okay.
I need to really. And there is something you asked me the other day on the show. You asked if you can apply magnesium, and on the comment section, someone said yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm still learning about it, but I'm glad that our audiences are watching. Mpaka they can comment. Yes, they said there's something about magnesium. So I'll check on the naan.
All right.
I'll check
and
on
just to remind them of the magnesium, this
yes,
dark chocolate is doing
we
wonders.
Agreed. Calcium. You see now arthritis.
Yes.
Why magnesium is featuring? we agreed that calcium and vitamin D absorption needs magnesium.
Magnesium.
So we cannot avoid talking about magnesium when you're talking about calcium. So there are so many people who will ask, what are the sources of calcium that we have? And I know most people think just milk. Milk, yes, it has calcium, but remember it comes with so many other consequences because we are the ones who chose to change the lifestyle of cows. And we decided to give them antibodies and antigens and inject them and do all these things and change what they eat. Dandelion, modoga, what you give to dandelion is a plant that is 7 times richer in calcium. You can get cassava leaves. Cassava itself also has calcium. Amaranth, terere, the seeds, the ones that looks like they look
the ones with raw.
With
terere, when it's growing,
yes,
it has the seeds.
Yes.
Then you tore the matawi, but you throw the...
You throw them.
No,
that is the most proteinous and high in calcium.
Wow.
So when you're cutting the terere leaves, cut even that one and go and cut together.
Chop together.
Or make popcorns out of it. Next time I'll bring you popcorns made from amaranth seeds.
Nice.
I love the way your face changes every time I share.
Not me, I know even them, they are feeling that way. Even them, they are feeling that way.
Avocado seed is also very rich in calcium. You can do what else? I think I've mentioned quite a number. Pawpaw leaves, you can do blackstrap molasses. There are so many varieties of calcium that are there. It's not just milk. Don't limit yourself with, sweet potato vines, Mireo. Sweet potato vines are also very rich in calcium. So stop eating just eat also the mireo.
Good.
Yes.
I love that. Quite knowledgeable. That's amazing. Me, as long as you keep bringing the kombucha.
I'm glad.
And dark chocolate.
Yes, I'm glad. This is actually a substitute for vegetarians when they don't have vitamin B13, B3. Why am I forgetting? B3. Take kombucha. It is rich in vitamin B3. It helps soothe even the arthritis. That is why on the bottle I've written, it will ease the joint pains.
So take home, first take care of your tummy.
Yes.
Take care of your gut.
Colon cleanse. Please, before you even finish, anyone who is trying to treat any illness, do a colon cleanse.
Ibu, take us through briefly on colon cleanse. You said we avoid what and what? First, a colon cleanse. I love things in a layman's language.
Yes, colon cleanse is, your colon is right next to your rectum. We have agreed we have duodenum, stomach, then small intestines, large intestines, and it carries so much dirt. You'll be shocked that your colon can keep uchafu for more than 15 years. It is so bad, and most of the inflammations that we have in our bodies is because our colons are congested like this. So every day you go past stool, you think, me, I'm clean. Wait until you do a colon cleanse. So colon cleanse is something that you should do for me, I do once in every 3 months, but there's the deeper one that I do once a year. The deeper one is called, I do it with hydrotherapy. You go to a place with a machine for hydrotherapy. They use water to remove all the uchafu in your colon through the behind. But at home, the first and the cheapest colon cleanse you can do is fasting, because you are allowing your stomach some time to digest, to just remove what is there. The second one, you keep drinking water. But if you need the intense colon cleanse, you can take a tablespoon, but with caution, a tablespoon of Epsom salt or magnesium sulfate. But please, when you're taking that tablespoon of pink Himalayan or Epsom salt, don't be very far from the toilet. I don't want someone to take when they're in the Uber and they start diarrheaing there and then. So the two will make you diarrhea. The diarrhea, magnesium sulfate, the same way it softens the muscles, it will go into your stomach, soften the stool and remove it as water. Imagine the magic. So it's not like you will feel pain or anything. Then there's the intense one we do with a plant called sina. Mueno. In Kikuyu, it's called mueno. And even cows, when they have constipation, they are given either magnesium sulfate or mueno.
Yes.
And so it's just a way of just making your... Even most of the tummy fat that we see is just the uchafu. After you do a colon cleanse, tumbo inafanyanga. Every time I visit Beryl University, my stomach does. And then you see the feces that are coming out and you ask, Kai, how dirty can I be? So a colon cleanse is very important. If you can do pink Himalayan, a table salt in water, and you drink. But however, pink Himalayan, there are people who drink and vomit instead of diarrhea. Then you can do Epsom salt, a tablespoon, and maybe add some lemon. You will diarrhea and remove everything. Or you can do Sina. It's called Sina in English. It's called Moino in Kikuyu. Then you will diarrhea and just remove all the toxins. So colon cleanse is literally removing the dirt that is in your stomach. Yes, fasting, you can fast prolonged. The people who do 7 to 2 hours of fasting, now that is a colon cleanse.
Okay. What foods should I avoid? What should I stay away from? And how many days
When
is
you are
effective?
fasting,
No, the
when you do
colon
a
cleanse.
you
Yes.
don't avoid anything. It will remove everything.
No, the after it. Oh, so I just eat normal.
Yes, you just eat normal.
And where was the avoid wheat, avoid nini, avoid?
You see, now this is someone who wants to reduce the inflammation. This has already become your tradition. So colon cleanse is something, it's just like going to the bathroom. So you keep going to the bathroom even. It's colon cleanse, it's for everyone who wants to reduce the inflammation in their body. Because wheat, dairy, sugar, they are encouraging the inflammation. That is why we are avoiding them. Yes.
Beautiful. In a layman's
So once in a while, it's good. Even people with acne, try a colon cleanse. You'll
hiyo
come and
salt
take me.
tunapata wapi?
Pink Himalayan, I have it somewhere there. Pink Himalayan and Epsom salt. they are
Dama
there.
tuanze leo.
Unakunywa kama uko karibu na choo and it's very relieving.
Yes.
Oh my God, your stomach just cleanses. Yes.
1 tablespoon.
Inside the bags.
I'll try.
Yes,
Let
a
me see.
tablespoon.
Let me show people.
That is Pink Himalayan.
I think do we
Then
have
there is
this?
a white one.
Oh no.
There's a white one. Now that is
Nice.
Pink Himalayan.
This is nice.
So you use this
you put
for
a
cooking.
tablespoon. Yeah.
For me, I removed completely removed my
Salt.
table salt. So this is the salt that
This
I
is
use.
what you use.
Yes.
Let me see the other one, guys. This is how it looks.
Inside the bag.
I'm gonna put for you a photo of this
The
one
gunia ones.
in your screen. Wait, I show you the other one, guy, before we finish. Acha niwaonyeshe ma goodies.
Yes, that one.
Yes, leo Antima Utama
Goodies.
amekuja na whole
It is
box for the team.
magnesium, yes.
This is also now Epsom
That is
salt. So
magnesium
you also
sulfate.
use this.
Yes.
You
A
also
tablespoon.
can you combine them?
Ay,
Half
it will
and
be
half.
Too much. No. it will
Oh,
be too-
bomb blast.
This one is serious business. And this is
And
the one I was telling you. You can put in your bath water.
Oh.
You can soak in your bathtub. Or it's magnesium. It will just loosen up your stool.
you put in the bath water when
Yes.
you're having a romantic shower,
Even when you're showering.
but when it enters,
It is good.
oh, it
It
can
is
cleanse.
magnesium.
Okay. No, ni poa kujua hizi vitu.
Eh.
Unaona penye I care for you guys. So mida mens Muga, you join.
And remember, when you're doing colon cleanse, you must drink water.
Yes.
When you diarrhea, you have to drink water.
Yes. We hear you, ma'am.
Yes. So you mfanye mkuja mtupatie report.
I love that. I'm walking this journey
Yes.
with you, so
Yes.
I'm able to.
In 3 months' time, I know we will have a good report.
Wewe unajua kwanza mi naenda kufika 70 kg.
Ehe.
It's the goal.
Ehe.
But not in a rush. The
Pole
goal
pole.
is to cultivate scholar. Scholar na anataka kufika 55. So the goal is to cultivate a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. I appreciate
so I'm
you.
recruiting you to be a healthy life ambassador.
Yes, I appreciate you. This has been really good.
Asante.
I know now when people talk about arthritis, colon
I forgot
cleansing,
something.
go on, sure.
Okra.
Good.
I know West Africa, they love okra.
Wait, you know I've seen a thing.
That thing.
Hold on, Caro.
Yes.
People are taking a lot of okra.
And their skins are glowing.
Is it?
They are also giving the fluid to their joints.
Please
and their-
confirm
Yes.
before we all go. You know, I think hata wameongeza bei ya okra. You know,
The problem is it's being sprayed too much.
talk to us about okra.
Okra, yes. Okra and cactus. I talked about cactus. You can take chayote or cactus or okra. The three of them have a similarity. When you can, it has that slimy.
Mucus.
That mucus is the one that is helping, and it's the same mucus that is in CMOS that will help someone with arthritis. Because we've said in between joints there is lubrication.
Yes.
People are taking okra for the good skin. I know they are taking okra water for the good skin. I did. After my dad's funeral, my skin had really broken, and I did a lot of okra water. And women are also taking it because the vaginal discharge is slimy. Now when you mix with pineapple and cloves, out of this world. Yes.
Scholar, Lisa.
Bana nimeona kitu kitrend kwa TikTok okra
Yes. Yes. And
It's
cloves,
good.
yes.
How does pineapple help down there? I
Pineapple
know, but in a layman's language, how does pineapple help down
It
there?
is an anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
Anti-inflammatory. It is also vitamin C, and it will also give you some relaxing and feel good hormones.
Okay.
But also it will help eradicate the yeast and the bad bacteria.
Yeah.
Yes. Now imagine if you ferment the pineapple. The tepache I'm talking about is fermented pineapple. It becomes even better.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hey, so okra is good.
Yes, okra water is good for people with arthritis, for women who want vaginal discharge, for women looking for fertility, for women working on their skin. However, where are you buying that okra? Is it fully sprayed? Is it so sprayed? That's the challenge we are having. If you can plant it, weenda upande.
The better.
Yeah.
Look at Carol,
Yes.
the wisdom. Skola uko sawa na hiyo pati ya okra?
Yes, you can. Yes, pineapple peels. But even the pineapples, make sure where you are buying, they are not so sprayed.
So if you can plant these things,
Yes,
the better.
why not? And come
we
for our farm tour. Maybe you can see some of these things in my farm.
I love that.
Yes. Yes, we have a farm. We have several farms.
Okay. Okay. All right. Muga, we are good. You are good. Wow. Muga. Guys, I should see what Muga is already eating the cakes.
We are eating the gluten-free cakes.
Yeah. We are good. So,
Yes.
now you were saying you have a place where people can come.
Yes, I do farm tours.
Yes.
I have a farm. I have several farms, but there's a farm specifically for vegetables. You can come and see these vegetables and even carry some of them home. Then we have a farm in my mother's village where we also have trees to hug. I'll teach you the therapy of hugging trees.
Can I come do that with you practically?
Yes, sure.
Me and Scholar.
Sure. Where I started, when I started planting these herbs more than 10 years ago, and even my family was not understanding. Why are you planting these things? What are these things that Carol is doing?
Yeah.
So now it's like a whole space. And I only did like 20 to 100 meters. And it's a beautiful farm with more than 35 herbs. And so my mom, because she's also a herbalist, we have so many herbs and you can just come and learn.
I think I'll do a farm tour.
Yeah, sure.
The next one, let me see if I can come to the field.
Karibu.
Appreciate you, Carol.
Asante.
See you next time. Yes. I know we're gonna have you are our resident health coach. So anytime we have a question, I think it's important we get hold of you.
Yes.
And I love that you dedicate, especially your Mondays for us. I don't take that for granted.
Thank you.
By the way, guys, me and Carol, we just film and go change clothes and then we come back here because Monday is the only time I can be able to get hold of her. And I don't work on Mondays, so I had to make a sacrifice.
And for our audience, I would I know so many people want to see me in person, others want to talk to me on phone in person, but there's a schedule, like we have to really work with a schedule. So if someone is told to wait, it's okay, just please wait and I'll still see you. The day you have booked, you will be seen.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, growth is beautiful. Looks beautiful on you.
Yes,
more growth, more responsibilities, of course, but I love to see you expanding. And I love that you are sharing this knowledge with us for free as well. It's like you just give us free consultation here on the platform, which is really beautiful. You want to add on something before we sign off?
Is there anything maybe I still need to insist? I recently lost like a brother. He was our area chief. He was the one who was taking care of my dad's funeral just before in January, and now he's gone, and he committed suicide because of depression. And that is one of the things that I am watching with our young men and women as well. And when I posted on my Facebook, out of 100 comments, like 10 had already said, I'm in the verge of committing suicide. And that is a warning sign for us as a society. If there's anything we can do, please let's do it. Let's create a safer place. Healing Rain has a space to just come and find it. I mean, I don't know. I wish I can help the whole world, but I can't. But if you feel you're at that end, because I've also been receiving so many messages, especially after our first show, women who are really struggling. Maybe there's one who told me she has cancer. The family decided not to help her. She has 3 kids and she went through chemo and radio. She finished, but now she's recovered. She got a job. She was fired and now she just wants to die. and it can tell you the amount of problems that we are having as a society. So if all these safe spaces, let them also tell you so that you can tell people where there are other safe spaces. These places you can call when you feel you are at the verge. That young man has really, I've really felt sad for him and for the family, and he had a bright future, but depression is real. Alcoholism is real. Let's talk about them.
Wow,
Let's talk about them. And
Thank you.
if someone needs help, at Healing Rain, we have grief therapists, psychologists, even people who are addicted to masturbation, they come and find help. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful parting shot. I know things can tend to be a bit hard, heavy. To be honest, I know there are a lot of people, even the emails I get, sometimes I wonder, what can I do that I'm not doing? You get so many emails and people just want
and it also affects us. I think we need to tell them. It affects us when we know we can't do much.
Like now, you just see a lot and you're like, oh my God, what can I do? But I hope people know things get better. Things can actually look a bit tough, but things get better.
I saw your post and I really loved that encouragement.
Yes, I don't know how to tell people this, but imagine eventually things get better. If you're honestly watching this and you feel lost, just honestly, no, things get better. Yeah, but I appreciate you, Carol. All the details on how to get hold of Carol are on your screen right now. We'll also pin the pages on the comment section. Or do you want to remind people where your branches are as we sign off?
Yes. Thank you very much, our viewer, for the love. Ugandans, I'm coming on 25th of May. Tanzanians, I'll be in Dar es Salaam on 23rd of June. And I had planned for a conference, but they requested we can do a conference, and then we have a whole day of one-on-one. So you can book on my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok pages. I have pinned the posters on details of where you can book. Kenyans were also asking when the conference is. I don't know. I will organize for that. But for our viewer, thank you so much for all the support. I work with my company called Rejuvenating Nature's Beam. The products, most of the products that I talk about, we have only solar dried them and have no additives or preservatives. That's it. That is one thing I can guarantee you. And if you want them, we can ship to you. We have our head office in Thika Town, Section 9, Magoko Road, just before you get to Chania Tourist Lodge. However, we are in the town nearby. We are in Hurlingham, we are in Nairobi CBD, we are in Kikuyu, we are in Nanyuki, Nakuru, Mombasa, Mwiki, we are in Uganda, we are in South Africa, we are in Ghana, we are in UK and the US. So the phone numbers are there on all my social media pages. I have pinned them. And if you want to know the phone number of the person near you, you can give us a call, +254 711 621563, +254 711 621563, or write an email, info@rnb.co.ke.
Good. Yes. Thank you so much. Tuonane another day of full shooting next week. But guys, I'm loving what we are doing with this platform. I see your feedback and I appreciate it. I think for me, one of the feedbacks that I don't know how to react to was someone, I think Owino, wrote and said, I don't know, Lynn, I used to think your platform is this. I don't want to talk about all the details, but I'm so glad I get to watch your shows now and they're really educative, and I'm sorry for ever judging your platform. And sometimes I say, guys, all you need to do is give people time. Like, honestly, give people time. And also, as we were saying, things are very hard for everyone. If we can avoid the judging culture, if we can avoid ile yako uko tu hapo, you're seeing people trying to do their best and all you know how to do is bring them down, I think we will make a very beautiful community. Other than that, I appreciate each and everyone for taking their time. Scholar Muga, Dama, thank you for just hanging in here for today. And also, to thank our sponsors at Kings Developers Limited, yes, and also Maridadi Motors for coming through. Remember to get your apartment with Kings Developers Limited. Very beautiful apartments they have. Take your time and also call them. As you can see on the screen, they have a lot going on. Talk to them and tell them, Kings, what can I get with this budget? And I always say, feel free to share with me this feedback. If you encounter, if I've ever advertised someone in this platform and they were rude to you, just let me know. info@lnn.digital. And of course to Team Maridadi Motors for always coming through. By now, you know, they have very beautiful cars for you. Talk to them and talk to them about their business also, you know, the investment plan they have. Sparkling, guys, I think honestly Sparkling is going to be very big. That car wash is actually really beautiful, and the duvets and the carpets, I see Sparkling becoming very global. So Team Maridadi, congratulations on that. And also to say thank you to Zizi by Design for dressing me. We don't have to dress in very expensive clothes. Of course, if you can afford it, well and good, but I'm loving thrift shopping, which means you can actually be able to rock a dress with as little as possible and still look, I don't know how I look. It's just that for me I feel like the tummy is out there. Niliona yenyewe in Nairobi kila mtu ako na tumbo, so tusijinini sana, but I love the design. I love how simple and elegant it also looks. So get yourself a couple of outfits from Zizi by Design, and I'm also praying for their business to be big and global. But I love that I can rock this outfit for just 1,500 and wear it multiple times on the show. If you know me, you know you gotta see it like 10 times. That's what's up. Thank you to everyone, Team LNN, of course, the management, the people we don't get to see in front of the camera. I appreciate you. Me, I'm gonna see you, I think by this time I'm gonna see you in Australia. Yeah, but let's continue having an amazing shows. If you go to Uganda, I know people in Uganda have really asked me to go and do shows there. In Tanzania, maybe once we come back from Australia, we really need to vuka boda kidogo and also cover stories of our sisters and brothers in East Africa. But that's all. Let me go and call on Cleanse. Of course, be next to a toilet, no doubt. Muga has finished all the cakes, which is really good. But guys,
yeah, tell them I have some gluten-free.
Yeah, she has some gluten. We featured them on our last episode, but let's do the best we can. We don't have to always wait to feel sick. Prevention is better than cure. Sindio? And remember, I almost forgot, order your notebooks. They are showing on your screen, and some nice drink mugs za kubebea maji ama kahawa. Support us. It means a lot. See you guys. Sawa sawa. Bye.